a crowded subway platform, a corner store in broad daylight, a quiet residential porch. The locations change, but the story is always—
Oh my God, what in the hell? What is wrong with bro? Oh my, that like a demon eye right there. I'm just saying though.
It's the same. A split-second argument or a calculated ambush, all captured in high definition by the lenses that never blink. From the cold-blooded slaying of a local legend on Mother's Day to a rain of over 100 shots in a single night, the footage is crystal clear. But the streets are staying silent, faces recorded, movements tracked, yet the killers walk free among us. These are the shadows of Philadelphia. This is CCTV Homicides. July the 3rd, 2025, Germantown, Philadelphia. At 5:31 a.m., 19-year-old Michael Allen is riding a scooter through the 200 block of East Rittenhouse Street. The early morning quiet is shattered by gunfire as a vehicle pulls alongside him. Surveillance footage captures the moment. At least 3 individuals inside a white Toyota Sienna minivan open fire, fatally wounding the teenager. Allen is left unresponsive on the pavement as the vehicle speeds away. The footage released by detectives provides a clear look at the suspect vehicle, noting distinct damage on the driver's side and the bumper area. Despite the visual evidence of the minivan and the 3 individuals inside, no arrests have been made, and the motive for targeting a teenager on a scooter remains unknown. 19 years of life ended on a Germantown sidewalk just before sunrise, leaving only a grainy recording of a damaged minivan as the primary lead in the investigation.
Oh no! Wait, look at it. Damn. See, what I would have did was I would have parked. Well, I'm just saying. I know you in hurry trying to run and escape for your life, but I would at least try to run through there and try to zigzag my way throughout. But running straight down, son, they gonna catch up with you, bro. And then they in the car too, so they could have just bagged up fast. I would have just jumped the gate, ran through cars and ran through, you know. But damn.
May 11th, 2025, West Philadelphia. At 9:47 p.m., surveillance cameras in the 5200 block of Market Street capture a brazen double shooting. The footage shows the suspect arriving from the area of 52nd and Arch Street before opening fire on the sidewalk. 2 adult male victims are struck by the gunfire. Both men survived the attack with non-life-threatening injuries, but the gunman fled the scene on foot toward 53rd Street before police arrived. The shooter is described as a black male with a medium complexion and a heavy build. He was captured on camera wearing all black clothing, a face mask, and a blue baseball-style hat. Detectives are using the footage to track his movements, but no arrests have been made. The motive for the shooting remains under investigation as the suspect remains at large in the city.
Damn.
June 1st, 2025, West Philadelphia.
It's crazy out there in Philly, bro. Y'all is different. Y'all is built different out there, bro. Like, I ain't coming to the Philly. I ain't going to the hood. I'm going to the. I probably won't even go to Philly.
At approximately 1:30 p.m., a woman is walking down the unit block of South 51st Street when she is targeted in a brutal—
I know it, cause everybody be saying this shit, bro. Y'all look like a Call of Duty map down there in Philly, twin. Why is y'all so cluttered in? Why y'all not spaced out? There's no gaps. It's like everything is just in bunch.
An unexpected attack. Surveillance video captures 3 juvenile males in the area who are believed to be responsible for throwing a chemical substance onto the victim's face and body. The chemical causes severe burns, requiring the victim to be rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment. Following the assault, footage from SEPTA cameras shows the 3 juveniles boarding the L train at 52nd Street and eventually exiting at 60th Street. Although the camera does not catch the exact moment the chemical was was thrown. The recorded movements of the suspects provide a clear timeline of their escape through the transit system. Despite the recovery of this video and the severity of the victims' injuries, the suspects remain unidentified. A casual afternoon walk ended in permanent scarring, with the only leads being the images of 3 juveniles.
Y'all see how the camera, see this is what I say in every video. It is 2026. The videos should not be looking like this, bro. Why is it blurry and why is it so fucking... It look like this is in the 2000s or this the late 2010s or something. The quality need to be HD good. You know what I'm saying?
Fleeing on a city train.
Now this is a good quality camera, but it's a Ring camera, so... But look at it, you see what I'm saying? It's different qualities of the camera and shit.
June 7th, 2025, Hunting Park, Philadelphia. At 6:29 a.m., the early morning quiet near the intersection of Rising Sun Avenue and Venango Street is broken by gunfire. Surveillance cameras outside an after-hours club capture a man firing at least 4 shots into the street. One man is struck and later hospitalized in stable condition. The shooter is seen fleeing the scene in a silver Dodge Avenger sedan immediately after the discharge. The suspect is described as a black male with a stocky build, short black hair, a full beard, and a dark brown complexion. Footage shows him wearing earrings, a gold chain necklace, and a white t-shirt featuring a small logo on the front and a large logo on the back. Although detectives have identified the suspect and captured his image in high definition, he remains at large. What began as a night at a club ended with a hail of bullets on the 900 block of Rising Sun Avenue, leaving the community with more questions as the silver sedan disappeared into the morning traffic.
What the hell? I know this nigga ain't just walking.
June 12th, 2000.
You telling me this nigga is walking, shooting casual like nothing's going on? He just shooting. He just shooting and then walk.
2025, Center City, Philadelphia. At 10:45 p.m., surveillance cameras in the 1500 block of Chestnut Street capture a disturbing coordinated attack on a group of pedestrians. The footage shows 6 suspects approaching the victims and throwing an unknown liquid on them. Immediately following the liquid attack, the suspects begin a violent assault, punching and kicking the victims on the sidewalk. During the struggle,
is they talking about gasoline or something?
One of the complainants is struck on the head with an unknown object, resulting in a large laceration. The Central Detective Division released video clips and still photos of the 6 individuals involved in the assault. This incident occurred just 11 days after a similar chemical attack on a 25-year-old woman in West Philadelphia, raising concerns about a potential pattern of violence. Despite the high traffic location and the availability of multiple camera angles, the group remains unidentified. A walk through Center City ended in a hospital visit, while the 6 suspects fled the area on foot and remain at large.
Why do none of y'all have a mask on, twin? Like, do y'all think we in the 1990s or the 80s or the 70s, bro? Alright, come on, bro.
June 24th, 2025, North Philadelphia. On a Tuesday afternoon, the northbound subway platform at the Broad Street and Cecil B. Morse station becomes a scene of violence. Surveillance cameras on the SEPTA platform capture an argument breaking out between a suspect and a teenage boy. As the dispute escalates, the suspect produces a firearm and opens fire. A 17-year-old girl caught in the proximity of the argument is struck by the gunfire. She is later transported to the hospital and listed in stable condition. The shooting investigation group released footage of the suspect, described as a black male between 15 and 17 years old. He is seen with short braids, wearing a white tank top, black shorts, high white socks, and black sneakers while carrying a black backpack. Despite the shooting occurring in a busy transit hub during afternoon hours, the shooter fled the station and has not been apprehended. A teenage girl's commute ended with a gunshot wound, while the suspect remains a ghost in the city's transit system. June 15, 2025, Southwest Philadelphia. During the afternoon hours, a man arrives at a home in the 4800 block of Trinity Place to retrieve a package for his neighbor. Surveillance cameras on the block capture the victim approaching the property, where he encounters an unidentified male sitting on the neighbor's porch. A verbal altercation quickly breaks out between the two men. The dispute turns physical as the suspect
gotta all park on. Look at this shit. They gotta all park on the side street of their house. They don't have their own driveway, bro. They don't. I don't even believe they have a backyard in Philly. Do y'all even? Okay. To the people that live in Philly that's watching my videos, or if you ever been in Philly, do y'all have a backyard, bro? I'm really curious.
Launches a violent assault, striking the victim and leaving him injured on the ground. The Philadelphia Police Department released video of the attack to identify the male on the porch. The footage shows the escalation from a neighborhood dispute over a package into a targeted physical assault. Despite the clear view of the property and the individual involved, no arrests have been made. What was meant to be a simple favor for a neighbor ended in a violent confrontation, with the suspect remaining at large in the Southwest Philadelphia area. July 30th, 2025, West Philadelphia. At approximately 4:05 p.m. of 2025, West Philadelphia. At approximately.
Come on, man. Like.
Approximately 4:05 p.m., gunfire erupts outside the Christie Recreation Center pool near 56th and Christian Streets. Surveillance cameras capture the terrifying moment while about 75 people are inside the pool area. The shooting is believed to be the result of a fight that occurred across from the center earlier that day. 5 people are struck by the volley of bullets. A 10-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl sustained graze wounds. A 32-year-old recreation center employee is hit in the hand. A 16-year-old boy is shot in the hip and another 16-year-old boy is shot in the face, leaving him in critical condition. Surveillance footage tracks an armed suspect fleeing east on Christian Street toward 55th Street. The suspect is seen entering an alley on the 800 block of South 55th Street, where he removes a black t-shirt and a do-rag to reveal a white tank top. He is then captured attempting to board a SEPTA trolley at 55th and Baltimore Avenue. The shooter is described as a black male between 15 and 18 years old with shoulder-length dreadlocks with frosted tips, wearing dark blue shorts, high white socks, and white sneakers while carrying a black Nike backpack. 17-year-old Keon Kaya eventually turned himself in to authorities and faces 13 counts, including aggravated assault and recklessly endangering another person. While an arrest has been made, the investigation continues into others who returned to the scene to initiate the violence. A summer afternoon at a public pool turned into a mass casualty scene, leaving a teenager fighting for his life and a community traumatized by gunfire.
start thinking y'all niggas allergic to masks now, bro. Y'all don't even like to wear them bitches. Y'all just go bare face, thinking the police ain't gonna the cameras ain't gonna catch y'all.
July 18, 2025, Logan, Philadelphia. At 10:46 a.m., the 1300 block of West Loudon Street becomes the scene of a daytime shooting. Surveillance footage captures the suspect inside a corner store minutes before the incident. The video shows the male exiting the store and pulling a covering over his face as he approaches a white vehicle parked on the street. Moments later, gunfire is exchanged, and the victim is struck in broad daylight. The cameras track the shooter as he flees the scene on foot, running toward Old York Road. Despite the shooting occurring in the middle of the morning, with clear images of the suspect's face before he masked up, no arrests have been made. The shooting investigation group continues to scour the neighborhood for additional footage to track his escape route. A quiet morning in Logan was shattered by a targeted attack, leaving a man wounded and a gunman at large in the city.
I know this dumbass nigga ain't put no mask on. Bro, the camera already caught your face, bro. What is you putting on a mask for? You should have been had your mask on before you stepped out the house. You should have had on your mask before you stepped out of the house, and then you should have, did what you finna do. You gonna come in front of the camera, your face all on the camera, then you gonna put a mask on? How slow could you be? How fucking slow could you be, bro? Is he breaking into a car? Oh,
September 1st, 2025, Frankfort, Philadelphia. At 1:22 a.m., the quiet of the 1500 block of Adams Avenue is shattered by a volley of gunfire. Surveillance cameras capture a lone gunman standing on the street, firing several rounds into the darkness. Inside a nearby home at 1529 Adams Avenue, a 17-year-old boy is playing video games with his friends. Unaware of the violence outside, one of the stray bullets pierces through the window of the house and strikes the teenager in the back. Responding officers find the boy on the highway after he had moved from the home seeking help. He is transported to the hospital and listed in stable condition. The footage released by the shooting investigation group shows the suspect is a black male with a medium brown complexion and short black hair. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, light blue jeans, and white sneakers. Despite the video clearly showing the reckless discharge of a firearm into a residential home, the shooter remains unidentified. A night of gaming with friends ended in a hospital bed, while the person responsible for the stray bullet remains at large.
Why black people always shoot like this, bro? And then running back. You don't even know what you aiming at, bro. Just shooting. Look what you don't even, just shooting.
September 8th, 2025, Overbrook, Philadelphia. At 5:18 p.m., two males entered a Wingstop located at 7644 City Avenue. Surveillance footage captures one of the men rolling what appears to be a marijuana blunt inside the restaurant. When employees confront the pair over the use of marijuana inside the business, a verbal altercation breaks out. The tension escalates as the video shows one man throwing a bottle at the workers. As the two suspects flee the building, one turns and fires a single gunshot into the store, shattering the glass door and striking a 43-year-old female employee. The victim, who was simply trying to complete her shift, sustained an injury but declined transport to the hospital. Detectives tracked the suspects to a white sedan believed to be a late model Volvo S60. which sped away from the area. The shooter is described as a black male with shoulder-length braids, wearing a black hooded sweatshirt with a clock logo and a black ball cap with a K logo. The second suspect is described as a black male, also with shoulder-length braids, wearing a black and blue Ameri hooded sweatshirt. Despite the clear footage of the argument and the subsequent shooting over a trivial dispute, both men remain at large.
This nigga mad at the pizza man. I mean the Wingstop man, bro. Damn. Now you finna pull out blade. Just shot in the air. Fucking clown. You was goofy, bro. Shot in the air. This nigga said, pow. Then he ain't shoot nothing. Then you on camera, dude. Like, I bet he took a picture in this photo. I bet on his Instagram. He got a picture in this fit. I bet you $5. He took a picture in that fit too.
August 24th, 2025, Frankfurt, Philadelphia. At 4:16 a.m., surveillance cameras in the 5200 block of Torresdale Avenue capture a 32-year-old man walking alone on the sidewalk. Without warning, a gunman approaches from behind and fires a shot into the victim's back. The bullet penetrates his abdomen, leaving him in critical condition. The footage captures the cold and calculated nature of the attack, showing the victim collapse as the shooter flees into the darkness. The suspect is described as a black male, approximately 40 years old, with a thin build, a full beard, and a mustache. He was seen on camera wearing a white tank top, black sneakers with white logos, and carrying a large black Nike backpack. Investigators noted that this same intersection was the site of another violent incident just weeks later when a store clerk was shot in the face at the Bridge Market. Despite the high-definition images and the suspect's distinct appearance, he remains unidentified. A walk through the neighborhood in the early morning hours ended with a man fighting for his life, while the shooter remains a shadow on Torresdale Avenue.
Is that bro shooting at the dude that was running in front of him? Or is I'm tripping? Oh yeah, bro tripping.
September 15th, 2025, Olney, Philadelphia. At 6:54 a.m., a woman is walking down the 400 block of Roosevelt Boulevard on her way to work. Surveillance cameras capture a black Nissan Juke pulling over with its hazard lights flashing. As the vehicle rolls toward her, a masked man exits the passenger side and begins to pursue her on foot. The woman realizes she's being hunted and sprints toward the 4800 block of North Lawrence Street. The footage captures the terrifying moments as the gunman chases her, firing 10 shots in rapid succession while the woman's panicked screams echo through the residential block. The victim manages to duck behind parked cars for cover before a neighbor who serves as the block captain opens a door to pull the woman to safety. In what police described as a miracle, neither the woman nor any bystanders was struck by the 10 rounds fired. Following the ambush, the gunman is seen running back to the waiting Nissan Juke, which speeds away southbound on Roosevelt Boulevard. The shooter is described as a black male, approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall, wearing a black.
About to fall down. He trying to run. Next thing you know, his damn pants gonna drop down to the ground trying to run, bro.
Black hoodie pulled tightly around his face and distinct white gloves. Despite the targeted nature of the attack and the recovery of multiple camera angles, both the shooter and the driver remain unidentified.
You just shooting from a distance, bro. The bullets can go anywhere, too.